Let's talk about money, and more importantly, let's talk about how you can keep as much of it as you can whilst pursuing a new career. Hi everyone, my name's Karen, and as you know, I am trying to transition into UX design for as little money as possible because I'm currently not working, and it would make me feel more financially secure to be able to enter into this new field without dishing out $10,000 on a bootcamp. So that's my personal choice. Not everyone has the flexibility or the time that I do, but if you are looking to spend a little bit less money like me, I have a couple of tips that I wanted to share and cool information that I found out from other people in the industry that you could do to also save money whilst transitioning into UX design. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is sponsorship opportunities. There may actually be a way for you to pursue your education without having to pay for it fully by yourself. There are some organizations that will actually help pay for you depending on where you are and what your situation is. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the actual technology, the hardware. There are also places where you can go to get a laptop or an iPad for less money than you might usually find in a store. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is how to gain some real experience and how to get access to some free resources that might not usually be free because of your status as a student. For those of you who are currently holding a job and are working, I would advise that you talk to your HR department, your manager, or look at your employee handbook because there are actually a lot of companies that have a special fund for employees that are looking to take special certifications, online courses, and any type of higher education. My sister's company, for example, lets her take something like $200 or $500 worth of courses per year, and last year she actually put it towards a UX design course at York University. So that is definitely something that you should look into. Maybe your company does it too. The second thing that you should look into is whether or not the government provides any type of special funding for the country that you reside in. Different countries have different procedures, but there is a possibility that you can get your government to pay for the courses that you're actually trying to take. For example, I have a friend who lives in England, and she was actually able to get the government to pay for her Career Foundry UX Design Bootcamp. Isn't that crazy? Another way that you can get some type of sponsorship is through Coursera. If you watched my previous video, you would know that I'm actually taking 2 Coursera specializations in UX design, one with the University of Michigan and the other with Google, and I'm doing both with financial aid, so I'm currently not paying any money. So apply for that if you think that you will get approved, and best of luck. How can you get your hands on some technology without breaking the bank? There's actually a website that I've used personally called refurb.io that I use to buy my laptops. I actually got a Lenovo laptop there for, I think it might have been like $400, maybe $600, I don't really remember clearly, but it was cheaper than what I would have found if I bought a new one in the store, and I found that it worked just as well as something that was brand new. And they also have a 1-year warranty for their products, so if you don't like something, like maybe the battery sucks or one of the buttons doesn't work, you can send back your laptop and they will fix it for you and send it right back. So I think that it's a great resource, especially if you're trying to save a little bit of money and maybe can't afford something new. So definitely check it out. They have a lot of products. The other piece of advice that I would give you would be to pay attention to the promotions going on within your community. You never know if there's a company that is offering special products if you sign up. I actually got a free iPad from RBC Bank. They had a promotion going on back in the winter time where if you signed up as a new account member, they would give you a new iPad. And the only catch was that you had to pay $15 a month to keep that account open, and you have to have it for a minimum of 12 months. If you do the math, that only comes to about $180 which is still a fraction of the price that you would have had to pay if you bought it from an Apple store brand new. So I think it's a really good deal, and it's important for all of us to pay attention because who doesn't love free stuff? And if you're wondering what am I actually using this thing for, I actually plan to use this to maybe do some wireframing, learn how to draw on the tablet. I also want to spruce up my UI design skills, so that's what this is for. If you want to get some experience on UX design and how to apply your skills, I would advise that you look into a hackathon or some type of creative jam. Those are actually design challenges where they get people from usually all around the world, and you get put into groups and you're given a design challenge, and then you work on that challenge either for a day or for a week. It kind of depends on the program, and it's a great way not only for you to collaborate with other people, but to actually practice what you're learning. Sometimes you'll be working with people who are also very entry level like you, but other times you might work with somebody who's more seasoned, so you can actually get a lot of tips and advice. And I think that it's very valuable because when I did the Creative Jam last year, I actually learned a lot. I realized, one, that my Figma skills needed some improvement, and two, I also realized that it's really important to not design superficially, because at the time when we were doing the design challenge, we had ideas, but we didn't really break them down and dive deep into them, and that was the big difference we noticed between our project and the project of all of the winners. Theirs were very in-depth. They thought a lot about the user experience in terms of like, okay, like they're gonna sign up like this, it's gonna lead them here, and then they're gonna go there. Whereas at the time when I was doing it with a friend, we kind of was just like, okay, this button does this button does that. But what I realized is it's important to make sure that everything connects in some sort of way. And maybe if you took part in some type of creative jam or hackathon, it might give you insights into your creative process and maybe show you what you need to work on. You know, we all make mistakes. We don't always see them right away. And if you could do a creative jam where you could see that now, it would be really beneficial. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake. All you have to do is make sure that you learn from it. The last thing that I wanted to talk about today was Figma. It is a prototyping tool that people use within the industry to make prototypes and designs. If you log on, you'll see that there is a free version, which is great, but there are a lot of limitations to it. If you do want to have special perks like collaboration, you do have to pay the full fee. But I did find a loophole. If you are able to sign up as a student, you actually have almost full access. And all you need to do is show that you're either enrolled in some type of program, whether that's a university program or an online course. They really want to help support students in their UX design journey, so take advantage of it. All right, everyone, I hope you found all of my tips useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.